almost live one more time.
You're on part 3?
Yeah. There you go. All right. I don't know what happened. A few minutes. Okay, good. All right. So any question about content marketing? Are we good? Are we good?
We're good.
Okay. All right. I know we talked about keyword and why do I mention this thing. Don't worry about the terminology, but do understand this. That right now, Google can associate any word with a particular word. For example, look at that one right there. Okay? Google can associate the phrase golf bags and golf equipment with the main keyword golf clubs. That's why sometimes when you're trying to rank for a certain keyword, that doesn't mean Google going to show the result just for that keyword. It can show result for other keywords that you never mentioned. Does that make sense? Because Google will try to do that. So when I use a service like SEMrush, like I'm focusing on like 10 to 20 key phrases for my client, but SEMrush will show like 100. Why? Because those key phrases, somehow Google decided to show those websites to those terms. So the search engine is becoming smart right now. It tries to understand what you're trying to say. So it's not like verbatim where if you type, okay, I want to focus on this keyword, I'm going to only rank for that. No. It will also show for other key phrases. Okay? Because I don't want you to just focus on keyword 100%. There's more into SEO than just keyword. Okay? Keyword is just one element because it will make you understand what my customer are looking for. All right? So that's what the latent semantic indexing, whatever it's called. Latent. All right, how to become an effective content marketer. What I mean by that, how can you write an effective, awesome blog? So you can either hire somebody from writeraccess.com, or you can develop a good writing skill. For example, no grammatical mistakes, no spelling mistakes, right? Know how to write creatively. I'm not a good writer, so I'm not going to even waste my time. I'm just going to hire somebody to do it for me, okay? Produce original content that informs and engages. So whatever blog content you write, it has to be informative, but at the same time, it has to be engaging. What do I mean by engaging?
Pull somebody into what you're writing and make them continue to read.
What else?
Give them something to do or think about.
There's an engaging. What else do they do?
Communicate.
Communicate with you how? What are they going to do?
Comment.
Okay.
Okay.
Comment,
Like,
share, like, yes. So the comment has to be with some sort of call to action to make them comment. That's what engaging matters. Because sometimes, excuse me, you will see some blog sites or blog pages, no comment at all and no share. So that probably means sucks, right? So
No, it doesn't suck.
Yeah.
I just don't put the call to action. So I've got.
that could be one reason too. That could be one reason too. Yeah. Use storytelling skills. Write professional content for a specific audience with ease. What I mean by that, don't make the English too hard to understand. Keep it very simple, average language, like high school level. Okay. And use credible citation resources. So when you talk about different topic, you can put it to another site, let's say New York Times, credible resource. Does that make sense? So if you put this material in your website, that is considered an effective blog. Okay, has a good citation, no grammatical mistake, no spelling mistake, easy to read, informative, engaging. That should be the focus. And make sure there's a comment box, social media sharing, and call to action.
Now, I do a lot of research when I do my blog and write my blog. So are you saying link them back to, say, like a research page?
Yeah, you can.
Or something where I got to stick.
Yeah, you can do that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, types of content. On-page content, that means your pages on the website, right? Press release is considered part of the content. Downloadable ebooks, guide, infographic, white papers, newsletter, videos and webinars, blog posts, magazine articles, and again, credible citation resources. Okay, these are types of content. So you can pick. You don't have to pick all of it. You start with the blog. That's the most easiest one. If you want to do a video, if you want to do a webinar, if you want to do a podcast, it's up to you. Okay? Search engine algorithm now mimic user experience better than ever. So creating keyword-based content only is not enough to your website. Okay? So don't just keyword all the time, because those days are actually phasing out. Okay? You do the keyword research to understand what your customer is looking for, and you do want to rank for them, but there's more into that than just a keyword. Okay? Like the user experience, engaging content, how they're going to talk about you, and so forth. Does that make sense? Okay, how to get started with SEO? After all this 3 hours. Now we're going to talk about how to get started with SEO. So the first thing you need to do is keyword research. So use Google Keyword Planner to do a keyword research about your business. Find out what your customer are typing and searching and looking for. Okay, all right. Let me give you a quick example. Let's say you went to Google Keyword Planner and you did a search for driving a school, and Google gave you 800 key phrases, right? Google gave you 800 key phrases that your customers search for, right? But you only have 5 pages on your website. You only have 5 pages on your website, right? And you have 800 key phrases. So using this tool, what should be your next step?
Find out how often they use that phrase.
Yeah, but it's still 800.
Well, doesn't it tell you?
Yeah, it will tell you how many months, but what are you going to do with the 800?
You need to reduce it somehow, some kind of
Yes.
Yeah.
You need to reduce it. You're going to look for relevancy. Which key phrases out of the 800 are relevant to what I do?
Okay.
So let's say you did that, and from 800 you went down to 200. Awesome, these 200 exactly to what I do, to what I provide, right? But you still have 5 pages. You still have 5 pages, and you have 200 key phrases. So what's your next step?
Are they ranked?
They all rank, of course, but what's your next step?
Pick up the first 10.
Yes, pick up the 5 pages. Pick up the first 5, the top 5 key phrases out of the 200. So let's say you did that. What's the next step? You still have the 195. You're just going to throw them? What are you going to do with the 195 key phrases and keywords? For what? But you have 5 pages.
You're gonna put those in your
You can. You have 5 pages.
You use of the other pages.
But you're only gonna use the next 5.
Yeah, you can use the 5, but what are you going to do with the 195?
Which ones work the best?
That's what we did. We picked the top 5, but you have 195. What should you do with
use
them?
them in content?
You're getting
Take
closer.
some of those words and use them in your content?
What kind of content?
That's why.
In your
Create
blog.
your blog.
There you go. You guys are genius. Okay? So you put on your blog posts, in your videos, in your podcasts, in your social media hashtag. You put it everywhere else.
Okay,
Or in your blog.
I'm a tad confused. When you get these 800,
Uh-huh.
are you saying they're ranked by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
No. Don't think like that. When
Okay.
Google gives you 800, they are telling you what other key phrases people are searching for
Okay.
within your niche.
Right,
Don't worry about the numbers. I'm just saying this is what they showed you.
right.
It will show you the volume. It will show all the stuff, right? So what you do, you look at all this 800 and find the most relevant. Let's say driving to school, New York. That's not relevant. Remove that. Does that make sense? Learning driving to school. That might be relevant, right? Or driving school for DUI. That's relevant.
Okay.
Because the purpose of the keyword research is to understand your customer's search term.
Driving school for tractor trailer trucks may not apply.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, you have all this information, and you want to be shown. Like when they type this information, you need to be shown for those search terms. But you only have 5 pages, so you gotta pick top 5. But the rest of them, you can use it in the blog. Maybe you have some article you wanna put in the blog somewhere outside. Does that make sense? That's how you do it correctly. You see what I'm saying? Because even when somebody look for information from outside link, it can still be found. Does that make sense? All right. So number 2, configure. You need to install Google Analytics and the Google Search Console. You need to optimize all your pages for on-site SEO. We talk about on-site SEO. You gotta do all that. Okay. Then you go to WooRank. You go to WooRank, put your website, and see if your on-site SEO is done correctly or not. Because if it's not done correctly, WooRank will tell you like what's missing, what you need to fix, and they'll give you explanation on how to fix it. Okay?
That was Mazda.
Hmm?
I thought that was.
No, this is for the website. This is for the website.
Okay.
Okay? So when you do that, go back and adjust and fix. Okay? Then you go to Google Search Console, which is the free service from Google, and now you have to submit your website for indexing for the spider to come and read everything to index your site, right? When you're done, then you submit a press release about your new business, about your new website. The press release, people don't look, they still think it has a bad connotation, but you still use it because it's a newsworthy information, especially with your business, insurance. So the press release information goes to a PR site the local TV station, local radio station can actually pick it up if it's interesting. Does that make sense? Yes.
My experience with press releases, I did not understand what Twitter was all about until one of my clients had a change, a big structural change, and I finally found a link off of Twitter that mentioned the press release. Then I went and read the press release.
See?
And it dawned on me, I thought, what you want is you want the Twitter to point to the press release, because Twitter's like a miniature press release.
Correct. You're absolutely correct. And not just that, most of the PR sites, when submitted to their PR site, it comes with all the social channels.
Right.
That you have to share it in Facebook and Twitter and stuff and whatnot. So the press release is a newsworthy information about your business. You have a new business insurance, driving to school for this, and that. And a press release has its own style. So if you're not a press release writer, don't even try it. Okay? Have somebody who specializes in press release writing, because you're a press release writer. There you go. D is a press release writer. Talk to her after the class, okay? Then you have to submit it to PR site. I'm going to mention some of the PR site. You can pick one of them and pay them, and they will distribute that content everywhere, okay? And the benefit of that is what? Is to let the community know there's a new business. And secondly, you will get a backlink from a PR site to your website. That's another bonus, okay? Then you have to create what I call a weekly blog post. Do your best to blog at least once a week on a consistent basis. And make sure you share that blog post on your social media channel. And it have to be also optimized for SEO. Okay, so when you build in WordPress, there's a plugin called Yoast. You can optimize all your blog posts. Okay.
But before you go on, that's really important. Let's back up to 4 and 5, and 6. You don't have a press release until your website is live, because people will search off the press release. I notice I do that all the time.
Absolutely.
And I notice you put that in that particular order, and that's really key, though. That order is very important.
Right. Yeah, absolutely correct. Because when you submit your website for indexing, that means it's live and everything, and the Google is calling it, then you do submit a press release. Okay? Weekly blog post, social media, you gotta stay active and consistent with social media. Pick how many social media channels do you need, and you gotta be active on it. So if you start with Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, you gotta be active. It could be daily, it could be 3 times a week, whatever the case may be. Be active and be consistent. Okay? Then, number 9, this is the offsite SEO, which I'm gonna show you what we do for our clients. The offsite SEO, this is the monthly work. Like in 1 month, you're gonna do maybe a PowerPoint. In 1 month, you're gonna do a video. I'm gonna show you later on what are those offsite SEO. Okay? Yes.
Do you blog from your phone, or you always sit down and blog from a desktop?
I don't. My team does it, so they do it from the desktop.
Well, I understand, but like for example, like his situation, could he blog from his phone?
You can.
Yeah.
Of course you can. You can do it from your phone or from your tablet. And the last, plan and implement monthly natural offsite SEO. That means you have to have when you do the offsite SEO, you have to have a plan. Like, you know what, I'm going to implement this for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or 12 months. You got to have a strategic plan, okay? And just do it on a consistent basis. Because if you don't set this up, you're going to lose track of it. Okay? I recommend minimum 6 months to see what's going on. Okay? So that's how you start. Any question about how to implement all this? Are we good?
Good.
Okay, we got 5 minutes to go for lunch. All right, links still matters. I know some people said that links doesn't matter. Actually, it does, because a link coming from a relevant site to your website, from an authority site to your website, let's say from a UTSA, if the student have a section in UTSA or the Texas A&M, because they have .edu, there's an article about you. When it hits back to your website, you can get a higher boost because it's coming from a high authority .edu site. So links still matter, but what you need to focus on is the link that you're getting, a relevant link. Like somebody in the same niche, or it's from the news, or it's from the press release, or it's from another blog. It's relevant to your business. Does that make sense? Not a bunch of dating sites coming back to your cupcake shop. That's not going to work, because Google can find it, and they can penalize you for that. They think that they call it farm links. Like farm links is like a fake links, a bunch of crappy links. If you go to Fiverr, pay somebody $5, they will send like 100, probably 1,000 farm links, but that can hurt you. Corey Ashton was talking to one of her clients to do an SEO, but this unfortunate client didn't listen to her, and he went to Fiverr, paid somebody $5, and in one night he got like, 30,000 backlink. But most of them were like crappy links, has nothing there. And of course he got penalized. His site is gone. Okay? So whatever link coming back to you matters. Sometimes you get a link from Russia. What is this? What is this? Why are they linking back to me? So there is a technique in Google where you can submit them something called disavow link. You can submit a request to Google, and they can basically remove that from the indexing, so it will not harm your site.
So did I hear that right? Corey had a client who committed Harry Carey with his website.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he didn't listen, and he's like crying now. "Ah." Like we told you so.
So he threw his website on the sharp sword. Oh boy.
If you have a WordPress website, there's a plugin called Link Patrol. Okay, it's like I think $40 one-time payment. So this awesome plugin, what it does, it checks all the links that is hitting to you, whether good or bad. If it's a bad link, it will help you to clear that bad link away from your site.
Is it only for WordPress?
Yes, unfortunately, it is only for WordPress. It's developed for WordPress too, yeah. Link Patrol. Because we know how to do it, but it requires technical process through communicating with Google. Like when I was helping the Texas Bariatric, we found out, no, not Texas. There was another company. Oh my God, I forgot the name. They make like jewelry, like a handmade jewelry, or they call it jig or something. They've been in business for 10 years. So what happened a couple years ago when they met me, the site went from the first page all the way to the 8th page. They didn't get penalized, but they got deranked. We found out more than 5,000 bad backlink. 5,000.
Bad means they go nowhere, or bad means they
Like
go...
spammy, farm links, dating, it has no relation to this site. So we had to download it in an Excel file and submit it to Google Webmaster Tool through Google, called Disavow Tool. And we submit to Google, and Google fixed it and cleaned it, and the ranking went up.
So when you did that disavow, basically you submit a bunch of links that you want broken.
Yeah, bro. Some of them are broken. Some of them are like spammy.
No. What I mean is they're pointing to your site, and you want them to be severed.
Yeah, completely just taken out
So
of
you
it.
want the Google search engine to just lose those connections.
Right. Absolutely. So when we did that, their rank went up.
Really?
Yes. Within a few weeks.
So it was like Lilliputians. It was like, you know, Gulliver's Travel being held down by
Right.
thousands of little strings.
Yes. Okay. Any question about links? All right. So when we come back, we'll talk about offsite SEO. This is offsite SEO. Okay.
Well, there you go.
So if you want, I'm gonna leave my stuff here. All right, folks, and Periscope will be back after 1 hour. There's like only one person.